Hey Hex, thanks for tuning back into another episode of When Life Gives You Lemons. First and foremost, I'm super sorry. I've been slacking like really bad. Today, which is actually Monday, it's Monday evening, 10:30 at night. Uh, Today was a busy day for me. This weekend was very eventful, so I didn't really have time to record like I wanted to. And so, yeah. Hopefully this will be up by Tuesday night because YouTube absolutely hates me, so we'll see. So let's just go on and jump right in. The week of June 22nd. Okay. The biggest highlight is the fact that school is over. Like, what is it? Spring semester ended June 26th, 2014 at 11:45 a.m. Like, I'm so excited. I do go back to work tomorrow though, which is July 1st for summer session. So I had a 4-day weekend. That's what I'm calling it because it's not like it was really time off. I'm not. Oh. Excuse me. And I have to muster up energy to do T25 after I finish this. Anyway, I'm not really tripping because I need the money. So working is better than sitting at home for free. So, yeah. That was like the biggest. Oh my gosh. I'm so low energy right now. School ending was like, what is it called? A personal best for me. On a bigger, broader, more important scale, on Saturday I had the wonderful pleasure of experiencing, being in attendance of a very elite and numbered guest list to my best friend's wedding. We have been gang members since freshman year, and now she has tied the knot to the man of her dreams, the man of my dreams for her. So I'm really excited to see what the future holds for them. She's relocating out of the country to be with her husband while he works on his paperwork to have dual citizenship. So I'm really excited. Mostly excited because I have someplace to visit where the seasons change. So I feel like winter just got interesting for me. The ceremony was absolutely beautiful. Her dad played me so hard. So her mom and her dad, they're part of this like dance group. They go to dance club, something like that. I don't know. But like they do official like dancing. It's not like, oh, people get together and like do the wobble and stuff. No, like it's the real deal Holyfield. So her dad was showing me like this 3-step, and after like 45 seconds he was like, yeah, that's it, and just walked away from me. Like I knew I didn't have it, but you know, dances are pretty serious, so when you kind of mess up, they kind of just don't have the patience for you. So that's what happened. It was very beautiful. And then, okay, that was Saturday. Sunday was the 22nd. It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine. No, just kidding. Last week I did have family dinner and did it very simple. Made tacos, the itty bitty ones that Mexicans use. Like I didn't use black people shells. I used regular Mexican little taco shells. And there was chicken and al pastor and asada. I just had the chicken, black beans, rice, pico de gallo, and we got turned off margaritas. This was Wednesday. I still had to go to work Thursday. Oh my goodness. It was like autopilot. It was autopilot at work. All of last week, really. I hope my boss isn't watching this or any of my coworkers. But all of last week really was just like get in the zone, auto zone. Like it was nothing but like dead man's land for the most part. This was the last week of school, and I'm stationed at the continuation school. So those kids were like, yeah, about that, no. And graduation was the week before, so it was really just like, no, I'm not coming. Even though I didn't graduate, I'm not coming. So I did see a lot of students though, because I have students who are starting work tomorrow, actually. So I saw a lot of students. We did a lot of prepping of students. Oh my goodness. Another highlight. Professional best. So there's one student who I literally spent like 2.5, almost 3 hours with on Thursday. Yes, Thursday. He came to school dressed professionally because he was going to take back this application to Marshall's. And one thing that we tell our students is when you go to pick up an application, when you go to drop off an application, make sure you look nice, because that's that first impression. And you never know, you might be offered an on-the-spot interview. So my student comes in, he's all like, oh miss, can you help me? I'm going to drop off my application, whatever. So we're doing the application, and it's his first time ever filling out an application. So I'm taking my time, and I am going over each question, even though it sounds extremely elementary, like first name, last name, middle name, address, telephone number, social security number, all of that. Like, you think that it's self-explanatory, but to someone that's never completed an application, it's like, okay, this is how you do that. This is how you write your address. This is how you write your telephone number. Blah, blah, yada, yada, yada. Social security number has 9 numbers. Da, 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 da. Won't you won't. Bam. Going over the importance of having their social security card and a state-issued ID, government issued ID, as opposed to their school ID. Going over work experience. He did some volunteer work, and what he did, for those of you who are familiar, he worked at an indoor swap meet selling t-shirts, pro clubs to be exact, but he worked for different vendors at the indoor swap meet, so he didn't really have like a direct supervisor. And he was just like, oh, I would just tell people pro clubs. And I was like, okay, so like I milk it because I'm also into resume building and working on skills. So I'm talking to him and I'm like, oh, okay. So he was like, yeah, like sometimes I would just talk to people so much that they would just buy more pro clubs. And I was like, oh, you would upsell? And he was like, no, I would just talk to people so much that I would get them to buy more pro clubs. And I was like, yeah, upsell. Like, I gave him an example of, like, somebody comes into your store, they want a tie, you offer them a shirt, they say no to the shirt, and you go, well, we do have our shirts on sale right now, buy one get one free, buy one get one half off, special extra percentage off on our clearance blouses. And the next thing you know, this person is buying a shirt to go with the tie that they're buying, or vice versa, something like that. And so he was like, oh, okay. And I was like, in the retail industry, we call that upselling. And he was like, okay. And I was like, did you ring customers up? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, okay, so you have point of sales, you have POS experience, you have cash handling experience. And he was like, what? And I was like, they paid you in cash, right? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, okay, so you handled the money. They gave you their money, and you put it in the register, and you gave them back change, right? And he was like, yeah. I said, okay, so that's point of sales. So anyway, fast forward, after 2.5 hours, he calls me back. It's after school hours. He calls me back, and he's like, miss, I just want to go over some of the stuff that's on the resume and on the application. And I was like, okay. And he was like, because I have an interview. I'm sitting here waiting right now for my interview, blah, 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 blah. And I was just like, oh my God, I'm so stoked. That's so awesome. It's because you're dressed nice and da-da-da-da. Like, you did this. It has nothing to do with me. This is all you. Like, you got it. Nail it. Go in there. Like I said, be confident, but be humble. be yourself. They're going to love you. It's normal for you to be nervous. Da, da, da. So I'll find out tomorrow if he got the job or not. But yeah, like that's pretty much it. I had a professional high.